I'm sure you've been looking at everything. You see the market is the exact opposite of hot. It's cold. It's very cold. Well, when's that tipping point getting here, some people ask? When will house prices fall? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that today. So stick around and find out what's going on in the Las Vegas housing market. And again, this is Eric Hudson, your friendly real estate agent here in the Las Vegas area. And like I like to say every week, all we have are the greatest videos for you. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, we would appreciate it by the end if you found a little bit of value today. And if you need to reach out to us, you can always call, email, or text us. Information is in the info tab here on YouTube to get through to us. And like I say, if you're going to email us or even text us, put something in there about you're actually doing something, because, you know, you get a lot of these Russian spammers. So, has the housing market hit a tipping point? Well, I'm going to be very honest with you. Yeah, we have passed the tipping point for buyers. It's just a good thing. Now, if you're a seller, it can be a bad thing, with the exception of you could possibly be quite a bit ahead. Perfect example is I'm having to have some very poignant conversations with people who have their houses on the market right now, and two closed about the same time a year and a half ago, and they're trying to sell now. Well, we've had to reduce the price, and with no action, I may have to reduce it again. Now, here's the thing. Even with all of that, owning their house for just over a year and a half, they're still going to walk away with $100,000 in both cases. So some sellers, they're considering, like, I lost money because I'm not going to walk away with $150 because my neighbor did, but you're walking away with $100,000. So buyers, here's the thing. You're probably still going to have to pay that $100,000 over what the last seller paid if they bought it just a year and a half ago. 2 or 3 years ago, they're walking away still with at least $150,000. Now, a lot of that benefit that we had from COVID, if you were a seller where the houses were driven up, the interest rates were 2.25%, that's over. There are even predictions that interest rates could go up to 6.5. Who can tell? Because I guarantee you, if you go back to February, there is not a single person who would have said interest rates would hit 6%. No one. And yet they did. So how do you take advantage of this as a buyer? Well, everything's falling right now. Right now, twice as many houses come on the market on a daily and weekly basis. Right now, twice as many houses come on the market, both daily and weekly, that are actually selling. Wow. On top of that, if you watch this video, I'm going to put the link right here, hopefully. I did a video about cash buyers. You know, they still make up almost 30% of the buyers. They also make up the bulk of the cancellations. So some of the reasons we're down right now are these cash buyers, they're running scared because they need to make money. Some of them are wholesalers. They're just trying to get in there, make themselves a quick buck and get out. It's the American way. Well, they're doing it at the detriment of the sellers. In a way, if you're a buyer, it's helping you. You know why? Houses are sitting there. People are cutting their prices like there's no tomorrow. So right now, for every house that comes on the market, 1.5 houses cut their price. It is now becoming a race to the bottom. Well, do you want to wait for the bottom and then do like the sellers who kept going, I'm not going to list my house because I'm waiting for the top, and now they're scrambling? You need to start looking at what you can do to get into that house you may dream of before someone else does. So take advantage. We now have over 10,000 homes on the market here in Southern Nevada. Back in February, no, we had a severe shortage. It was under 3,000. It was in the 2,000s. This is an opportunity for you, because when there's blood on the streets, profit can be made. And the blood on the streets are sellers panicking to preserve what they have. So let's say the ones we were talking about just a second ago. Yeah, they're, even after all the price cuts, they're still going to be up $100,000 in a year and a half. Now they're going to gross on it. They're going to complain because they're not getting the extra $50,000 they could have gotten back in February. That was February. This is now. Can you imagine the exact opposite? The buyer who goes, oh, if I bought in February, I could have bought it for this, but now it's this. If the prices had continued, as a matter of fact, as of the time of this recording, the prices are now equal to what they were in February. 6-7 months down the road, prices have fallen back to there. We've lost over $30,000 in value on the median priced home. Now, some people are waiting for a 20 to 30% market crash. That's not going to happen. And here's the reason it's not. Just about everyone has equity. That's why you're not seeing all these foreclosures or short sales or anything else. They're not happening because people have equity. The issue is now the people with equity are now dumping their houses on the market at a rate in which it cannot be absorbed. So if you look at the numbers now, we are now officially in a balanced market. We have 6 months of inventory. That's a balanced market. In my entire time in real estate, which as of next month will be 9 years since I got my license, there's never been this many houses. There have barely, at the best I can remember, 4 months of inventory. In the best/worst of times, well, here's your opportunity. So let's go ahead and start talking about your power plays for this market tipping point. It's not a bubble bursting. It is a market tipping point. And at some point, things are going to catch back up, especially if interest rates go back down, which I don't believe they are. This is how you need to play it. Start going through the houses where the sellers have been in there more than 45 days now. Trust me, they are panicking. And they're going to take the first offer that comes along. Even the ones who get a little too full of themselves. I think I made a video, let me see if I can link it here. There's going to be a lot of links today. Where my buyer went in and we made an offer on the house and the seller got just a little too cocky. And they went, well, I have so many showings on the first day and all these people are saying they're going to be submitting offers. I'm waiting for offers right now on houses where the agent said they were going to send offers. I can't depend on that. Here's the thing. They then said, you know what? We are not going to look at offers for an entire week because they're just going to start pouring in. Then they got a dose of reality. Offers were not pouring in. Then I get a call 2 days later from the agent. Are you still good with this offer? We're ready to make our decision now. It's like, they kind of moved on because you're waiting a week and they needed to move. Then every day for about a week, hey, they still buying that other house. I can make a deal here. I can throw this in. I can throw in the kitchen sink. That's because that's what's happening. Go to those properties that you always dreamed of and that back in February would have had 30 offers on them and they would have been bid up $50,000. Go in there and start making offers. Here's what your agent needs to do unless you do it yourself. Nevada is a open record state. You know what they paid for the house, what their mortgage was, and in some cases, what interest rates they have. Now, from that, you can easily figure what equity they have. And you can figure those who need to preserve their equity. That's the power play. Unfortunately, I give the power plays to whatever the market is. So right now there's some seller going, how dare you tell them to lowball me? Well, if they don't lowball you right now, you're going to get lowballed a little bit later because you got a lot of competition. Of my listings, none of the listings in any of the neighborhoods other than the one that for some odd reason is getting showings every day. Makes no sense. Trying to figure out what's going on. My best guess is 1, it's in Summerlin. 2, it has a pool. There aren't that many houses with pools in Summerlin. Summerlin is one of the most desirable areas. And I think that's why I'm getting massive attention on it. Yet, it's been a week and today will be a week. And there are no offers other than promises of offers. But that's why I don't get too full of myself and think, oh, I'm going to wait a week. Got to grab what you can. Next thing, look at those who haven't sold, aka the ones who expired, who were just a little too confident. A massive number of people are taking their houses off the market right now because they're not going to get what they want to get. Well, sometimes you don't get what you want. It's called life. So As a matter of fact, even as I am sitting here and making this video, do you know what just flashed across my screen? Remember when I said somebody was going to be putting in an offer? I'm just sitting here waiting for it. What just flashed across my screen is they're going a different route. You know what different route means? They found another house that's even cheaper or better, because that is what's happening. Buyers now have the upper hand, even in a balanced market like we are technically in now. And it looks like we're about to flip into a buyer's market because it's happening quick. Buyers, you need to start, man, I'm going to tell you this, man. Oh, most agents are going to say this. You may want to wait a month or so until it settles down, because you may save another $10,000, $20,000. The issue you may have is if interest rates go up, because interest rates are more important than the price of the house. Because that interest rate, if you save $20,000, great. Interest rates go up 0.25%. Gee whiz, you're paying twice as much as saving the $20,000. These are facts. You can just look at an interest calculator. So weigh what's going on in the news with the fact that housing prices are decreasing, and make sure you make the best decision for yourself. If you ever need any help with that decision, you can always call, text, or email us, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And of course, we have more videos for you to watch, other than the ones I kind of put up here, hopefully. And if you have not subscribed and you believe you've gotten a little bit of information from us today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and of course, give us a thumbs up.